Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome, everyone, to Louisville, Kentucky, L&N Stadium, home of the Cardinals. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the 24th-ranked team in the land, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Cardinals will put toe to leather and will get started. Fielded in the end zone. It's long. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Kentucky's offense will have the football first. When it comes to rivalry games, no matter what the records are, you can expect to see a good, tight, close game. Yeah, but sometimes you don't. Last year in the battle for the Bluegrass, Louisville jumped on top 20-0 and never looked back in throttling the Cats.
It's hard to win a game when you...
It's a seam wide open! And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. The Wildcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To the ground, he's got it again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Big play to start the drive, a little tougher sense. Now a crucial third down on this drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. They're going to run it. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Buys a little extra time. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations that really makes you very predictable.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
He'll bring it out. It's Watson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Cardinals offense will take the field for the first time. Give to Brown. Finds a little space. Oh, he's got some space. At the 30. He's at the... And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Cardinals. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Fielded in the end zone, it's long. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to go up top on first down. Safe completion on the screen.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Caught behind the line. It's long. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. These two first met in 1912 and both have a rich history of stars. Johnny Unitas, Lamar Jackson from Louisville, Bear Bryant, and Tim Couch at Kentucky through the years. The rivalry is a great one, fellas.
That's a great list of people to think about in this rivalry. Obviously, it runs deep, and the uniforms are solid, right? Like bright red, blue on the other side, just a nice color clash.
Yeah, visually and optically, you're right. This is a very good-looking rivalry game, but it's also good on the field. There's a lot of talent assembled here today.
Back to pass, it's Moss. He's going to throw deep right side. He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, Cardinals!
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Flips it out on the screen. On the move at the 30. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Here's the handoff. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Kentucky right back to the line. second down, they'll go to the air. Stands in and takes the hit. Makes a grab for a big play. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And he's going to reach for a long one and have to guide it in from the left side, 51 yards out. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Wildcats and Cards. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this fight between Louisville and Kentucky plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Wants to throw. It's Moss. Finds his tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Cardinals come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on third down. Got it in the middle. It's Lacey. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
He's got it. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. And the Cardinals are flying down the field. Brown has it. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Skinner. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short. That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. The Cardinals will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
That's caught. It's law.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Caught in the backfield. It's Law. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. And the Wildcats are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback. Stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it.
Got it in the middle. It's Brown. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things, it makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
Wants to throw it. Fires to the big fella. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Got it behind the line. It's Law. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Gets away from one. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Trying to barrel in. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. And the Wildcats didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He'll keep it himself. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking to pass, and they don't have a lot of time to work with. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown, and man, oh man, time was about to run out on him, and now they need the 2-point conversion to tie.
And they desperately needed that touchdown. Now it's miracle time. We got to kick this onside kick and somehow find a way to boot a long field goal and maybe win this thing at the buzzer.
This crowd beside itself, trying to help that defense make a stand on the 2. Incomplete. The 2-point conversion attempt fails, and in the final seconds of this one, they still find themselves down by 2. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
Well, and it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That will put the wrap on things for